hands, bring your feet to hip distance apart, interlock your hands behind your head, and we're going to come down like this and just start to work into some bouncing actions. So imagine like your head is a basketball and we're going to bounce up and down. Try and go as fast as you can. Basketballs don't bounce slowly. So nice and fast. Awesome, I can see some of you there. Good to see. Okay, excellent. Another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come all the way up. Release your arms. We're going to come straight into downward dog, and we're going to do sort of a similar bouncing type of motion. So try to bring your chest towards your thighs, working into the shoulders up and down there. How's that view for you guys? Let me just bring that down for you. There we go. Okay, so speed is the aim here. So really pressing your chest backwards towards the legs. Palms are nice and firm on the mat. Really press the four corners of your palms into the mat. Let's keep it going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Stop the movement. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Open your mouth, clear the breath out. Raise your right leg to the sky and then step forward and come into a runner's lunge. So come up onto your fingertips and just start to sort of bounce up and down here. Moving into the hips. Go from side to side as well. Awesome. Starting to just warm everything up. Still a couple more breaths on this side. And then stepping back into downward dog. Let's take another full breath in through the nose. Open your mouth to clear it. Raise your left leg up to three-legged dog and then step forward into your low lunge. Bouncing up and down, side to side. Working everything here. I'm just going to mute you guys, so it's making weird sounds on mine. But you guys can unmute yourselves at any point that you want to. Okay, awesome. Few more seconds on this side. Okay, stepping back into downward dog and then lower down into child's pose for a moment. Full breath in through the nose. Open your mouth to clear it. Okay, plant your hands nice and firmly. Just straighten your arms and lift them up and off the mat. And then we're going to bring our hips forward. Lower down, think chaturanga. So legs are staying as they are in the child's pose-like position. And then press back up like a push-up and sink your hips back into child's pose. So bring it forward, lower down into your push-up, press it back up and back to child's pose. So let's just keep this movement going. Continue breathing as we do. Slow, controlled movement for this one. Not trying to rush through it too much. Working to bring your chest all the way towards the mat, but not sort of dropping it down so that the pressure actually is released into the mat. holding yourself up still. Okay, we're going to do 3 more of these. That's 1. 2. And last one, 3. Come back into child's pose. Just release any activation in the arms, so let them just relax downwards, taking a moment after our warm-up to connect in with your breath. Now that the body is hopefully feeling a little more invigorated already. Okay, let's head into downward dog. And then come up high on your tippy toes, bend through your knees, look forward, step or jump to the top of the mat. Come straight into a halfway lift when you get there. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to standing. And exhale, hands down to your heart center. Okay, we're going to start to move through some of our just regular sun salutations a little bit fast to keep that warmth and maybe get a little bit of sweat up. So inhale, raise your arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift on your inhale. High plank to chaturanga as you exhale. Use your knees if you need to. Upward dog, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Inhale, jump forward to the top of the mat. Come straight into your halfway lift. Fold in, exhale. Rise to standing, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Let's keep it going. Halfway lift, inhale. High plank to chaturanga, exhale. Upward dog, downward dog. Come up to the tippy toes, jump to the top of the mat. Lengthen to your halfway shoulders back. Exhale, fold in. Rise to standing, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Keep it going. Halfway lift, inhale. High to low plank, exhale. Upward dog, downward dog. Keep it moving back to the top of the mat. Jump or step forward. Halfway lift on your in-breath. Exhale, fold in. Rise to standing, inhale. 1 more of these. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. High to low plank. Upward dog. Downward dog. Step or jump forward to the top of the mat. Fold into a forward fold and just hold it here for a moment. Let yourself dangle. Take control of your breath once again. Try to quietly breathe in and out through the nose. Okay, this time we're going to bend our knees generously, lower your hips down, and rise up into chair pose. Bring your arms back, pull your rib cage in, tuck your tailbone under. Take a full breath in here. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High plank to chaturanga, exhale. Upward dog. Back to downward dog. Step your right foot forward, warrior 1. Drop your back heel. Raise your arms to the sky, breathe in. Chaturanga, exhale. Sun Sal B here. Upward dog, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Left foot steps forward, warrior 1, other side. Inhale as the arms rise. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward dog. Downward dog. Step or jump to the top of the mat. Halfway lift when you get there. Fold in, exhale. Inhale to chair pose. Hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High plank to chaturanga, exhale. Upward dog, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Right leg forward, warrior 1, inhale it up. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward dog. Downward dog, straight to the other side, left foot forward. Rise on the breath in. Chaturanga, breathe out. Upward dog. Back to downward dog. Come up high on your tippy toes, jump forward. Fold in, chin towards your chest, and come into chair pose once again. Strong chair pose. Sink your hips a little lower, bring your shins back, bring your thumbs back. 10, 9, take control of your breath. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Forward fold. Heel toe your feet to hip distance apart. Take hold of your big toe with your index and middle finger. On your inhale, lift your chest. Try to bring it forward towards the top of the mat. And then exhale, bend your elbows, pull yourself down towards your legs. Into a strong forward fold here. So each breath in, lengthen the spine. Each breath out, pull on your toes, pull yourself down as you lift your tailbone up. Active in your quads here. Two more breaths. And then inhale, lift your chest, release your toes. Step back into a high plank. Okay, we're going to bring our feet forward a little bit. Keep your arms where they are so that we're in like a hovering tabletop position here. Lift up through your chest. Try to look towards the back of the mat. And then we're going to extend our left leg back behind us and then step it back in and then extend the right leg behind us. Bring it back in. Left leg back, left leg in, right leg back, right leg in. Okay, you can keep going with that motion if you want to. If you want to add an arm into that, then maybe left leg comes back, maybe the right hand just comes forward, you come onto your fingertips, or the more advanced version is the hand comes all the way off and then bring both back in and then extend both out. Your choice. We've got 30 more seconds here. Let's go for it. Core is nice and strong here because we're battling a little bit with balance on this one. So find that strength in the stomach, strength in the arms. Really everything is working in this one. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift back up into downward dog. We're going to give the arms and the core a little bit of a break here. Raise your right leg to the sky. Step forward between your thumbs and rise up into your crescent lunge. Check that back heel is over the ball of your foot. Take a deep breath in and then bend that left knee just before the mat. Raise it back up, straighten the left leg. Bend it down. 30 seconds here. Keep it going with control. If your arms start to get a little fatigued, you can just bring them down onto your hips. Otherwise, keep them up, keep them strong. 20 more seconds here. Feel that heat building. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and on 1, lower the knee all the way down. Release your hands and come into just a low lunge stretch. So see how it feels if you want to sort of press all the way forward or maybe hold it back a little bit. Your choice. Chest open here though, elbows pulling back. Maybe close down the eyes. Go to your breath. Always trying to calm it down as quickly and as quietly as possible. That is our aim here. To regather control of ourselves. We spike ourselves up and then we bring ourselves back into balance, finding that equilibrium. One more breath here. Okay, either head straight for downward dog or take a little vinyasa just as some extra work. Chaturanga, upward dog, downward dog. And then let's come to the other side. Inhale your left leg up, three-legged dog. Step forward, rise up into our high crescent lunge. Take a moment just to check the legs, and then we're going to go straight into it. Bend the right knee, straighten the right knee. Bending and straightening. Really getting nice strong quads here while we stretch them at the same time. 10 seconds is already done. We're nearly there. Not long to go. Another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower all the way down. Release the arms. Move into that low lunge. Try to just breathe through the nose, even though you might want to breathe through the mouth right now. Your breath will come down quicker through the nose. Really recognize that you're working hard, but also that we're giving ourselves the opportunity to recover a little bit. Couple more breaths here. Okay, once again, take an optional vinyasa if you want to. We are going to meet back in a high plank this time. Then we're going to lower down into a forearm plank. And we're going to come over into a forearm side plank. So your choice, either feet can go one in front of the other, or they a little bit more challenging, feet onto your left foot on top of your right foot. That right arm is nice and stable here. We're picking up through that right hip. We're not dropping into the right shoulder. Take your left hand behind your head, and we're going to find some rotations here. So left elbow down towards your right hand, and then rotate back into your forearm side plank. We've got 30 seconds of this. Try and have as much control as possible. If you're finding it really difficult in the forearm plank style, you can move up onto your hand. It will be just a little bit easier. We're already at halfway, so not long to go. Good work. Nice. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come over onto your normal forearm plank, and then we're going to come straight to the other side. So rotate onto your left arm, right foot on top of the left foot. Pick up your left hip nice and high, and then right hand to the back of your head. We've got 30 seconds here. Let's lower that elbow and then powerfully lift it back up as you open the chest towards the right on that lift. Nearly at the halfway point. This is going so quickly. Time flies when you're having fun, right? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back into your forearm plank and then lower your hips. And let's find Sphinx pose, lifting up through the chest, stretch out through the stomach muscles, the core that we've just worked. Close the eyes. Find your inner world. Maybe even start to notice that when we do this type of practice, exercise, whatever you want to call it, we can't help but be anything but present. Anything but in the now, in this moment. I can't imagine that when we're doing those difficult forearm side plank rotations, we're thinking about our to-do list for the day. We're just living in the now. We want to work more towards that, practice by practice. We're going to take one more breath here. And then let's lift up and find a yogi squat, a malasana, at the top of the mat. Open the knees up. You can come into the full malasana to begin with. So maybe just watch me for the first one quickly. What we're going to do is kick our legs, stand up, kick our legs out, and then we're going to have the opposite hand touch the opposite foot. So I'm going to stand up, kick my right leg out, touch my left hand, and then sit back down, and then left leg kicks up, touch my right hand. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. We're bang on 30-second mark. So let's go. Stand up, right leg first, lower down, left leg. Try to find the control. See how much you can straighten your leg that is kicking out. And see if you can even play around with bringing that hand a little higher so that we're kicking a little higher, getting more flexibility. We're already at our halfway point, not much longer. Keep it going. Good work. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower back down into your malasana. Maybe just have a little rock from side to side before settling into the stretch, into the breath. We are going to do that one more time, but I'm going to give you guys a little break on the legs before we do that. So let's step back into our high plank. Feel the relief in the legs. Okay, so for this one, we're going for a chaturanga push-up. So we're going to lower down to chaturanga, but all the way to the floor. Then we're going to extend our arms forward. So full hand release, and then press back up into our high plank. Okay, let's go. 30 seconds of this. All the way down, stretch forward, press back up, lower down. Try to keep your hips stable and not dropping down in your push-ups. So strong stomach here. We are at the halfway point. Now let's keep it going. If you need to go onto your knees, go for it. Always an option to modify. You want to listen to your body, so don't just push yourself through something just because I said so or anyone else said so. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's come into our crocodile pose. Bring your hands to opposite elbows. Just bring your forearms back a little bit. And then forehead onto the forearms. Relax through your legs. Take a deep breath in. Open your mouth to clear the breath out. Okay, you might remember me saying that that one was actually just a rest for our legs, and that is exactly right. So let's press back up into our high plank and then jump forward into your yogi squat, your malasana, and we're going to prepare for our second round of those kick-ups. Okay, let's go in 2 more seconds. Let's go for it. Kicking and really push it this time. This is the last time you're going to do this today. So kick that leg nice and high. Powering up as you stand up. Good work, everyone. Looking awesome. Nice. Build the energy this morning. Looks fantastic. Okay, about 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower all the way down. Just come down onto your knees. Sit back on the heels, palms facing up. Release. Whew. This is a sweaty one this morning. I don't know if my room is particularly hot or if we're just working really hard. Hopefully we're just working really hard. It's a great way to start a day. If you do all the effort in the morning, then you just feel amazing for the rest of the day. And if you want to do something tonight, you can, and if you don't, doesn't matter, because we've put in all the effort at the beginning of our day. Couple more breaths here. Okay, we are going to come into our high plank. So this one is transitioning from a high plank to a side plank. So we're going to start coming over to the right first. Our left arm is going to raise all the way up, and then we'll find that high plank again, and then the right arm will go all the way up. You can always modify by bringing one knee down if you need to and doing it that way at any point if you need a break. Okay, let's get ready for our 30 seconds and go straight into it. And the hand that stays on the mat, really try to find your Hasta Bandha, so your palm lock, by paying particular attention to the inseam of your palm or your index knuckle. We want to help protect the wrists at any time that we're on our hands, but particularly when we're in one-armed anything. We don't want to cause damage to the wrist, so that palm lock is important. We've got another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to your high plank. Lower down onto your knees. Let's find our puppy pose. Keep your hips over your knees. Walk your hands out. Forehead down to the mat. Drop your chest down. Relax into this shoulder stretch. I try to look these days at really any discomfort that I go through as just a little bit of a challenge that I'm facing in that moment. If you see it just as a challenge that you're facing in that moment, and you get really present and accepting that no moment lasts forever, it's a lot easier to face it. It's a lot easier to really push and give the effort for that time. And then equally appreciate being more at ease and in a more comfortable position when we are. Let's take one more breath here. And then lifting yourself back up. We're just going to do some shoulder rotations. So just rotating into the shoulders, go both directions because we're going to keep working them. So let's come into our downward dog, and we're going to do pike push-ups. So we're aiming to get the top of our head onto the mat. So we're going to come down. Don't put pressure on your head. Just bring the head down lightly, tap it, and then come back up, and then lower down and come back up. These ones are a little bit challenging, so if you do need a bit of a break, try as much as you can to take the break in your downward dog. Okay, let's go into our 30 seconds. Go for it now. Of course, if you need to, just come down to your knees for any break. That is fine as well. This is, I would say, probably the most challenging thing that we're going to do at all today. So this might be the time that you give it your all. I was going to say if you've been sort of relaxing it all through the rest of what we've been doing, but I don't think anyone is really in that boat. So I think we have been working pretty hard, but nothing like leaving the most challenging towards the end. We've got about 10 more seconds. Keep it going if you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down onto your knees, palms facing up. Relax here. Find that one-pointed focus and concentration within the four corners of your mat, within your body, within your mind. Hope you guys are sweating with me. It's actually gotten cooler the last couple of days, so I feel like this morning we are more than likely just working harder. Okay, we're going to give the arms just a little bit of a rest as we come into the core a little bit. So we're going to find our high boat here. So lift your legs, and then we're going to take hold of a beach ball. I think it was either this weekend or the weekend just gone. The beach is reopened. So let's pretend like we're preparing ourselves to go for the beach, which we've probably all been missing recently. Take that beach ball in your hand, lift up through your chest, and we're going to turn and twist. Doesn't matter which side you go to, we're going to go to both sides, and then come back through center, and then turn and twist, come to the other side. Almost like you're placing the beach ball down, but then you're picking it back up. Okay, hopefully you guys are in this with me. Our 30 seconds has already started. Lifting it back up. I'm going to be honest, guys. I use the term 30 seconds very loosely. And sometimes we do more like 40 or 50 seconds. 30 seconds is kind of the minimum that we're going to do. Might not be something that you guys actually wanted to hear. I could have kept that secret to myself. But we do now have about 10 more seconds left. So keep it strong. Keep going. We're all doing really well. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift back up with your beach ball. Lift your chest nice and high. Lift the legs. Hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release your legs down. Come down onto your back. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a little hug, a little rock from side to side. Just release your legs out long. We are not done just yet, but I'm just going to give you guys a little break. So come into your Shavasana just for a moment to regather the breath, the mind. It's like when you're doing this kind of practice, we're normally really present, but we are moving faster. So your mind can still be kind of churning through things quite quickly. So when we're in that present feeling, and then we bring ourselves down into a more calm state, we find that perfect balance between presence, but then a more calm and content nature. Okay, let's keep it going. Open up your eyes, bring your feet back together. Lift your shoulder blades up and off the mat, and then lift your legs. So we're in this sort of low boat. We're just going to rock from back and forth in our low boat, work the core, and then rock a little higher and all the way up, jump back into your high plank. Just for fun, we're going to do a vinyasa, lower down chaturanga, inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Take a full breath in through the nose. Open your mouth to clear it. Inhale, ripple forward into your high plank. Pick up your right leg, take your right knee to your left elbow. Bring it back, don't drop it down yet. Right knee, right elbow, 3 times. Bring it back, right knee, right elbow. Then bring it back, place it back down, pick your left foot up. Left knee, left elbow. Right elbow. Bring it back, left knee, right elbow. Left knee, right elbow, bring it back. Okay, we're alternating between these. We've got 30 more seconds. So right knee is going to the left elbow 3 times, and then you're swapping over to the other side. Not much more effort in our practice today, guys. Let's keep it going, keep it strong. Build a nice, strong core through this exercise. Help protect your spine, help improve your mood, because who can't be in a good mood when all the core action is done and we don't have to do it again, but also we can feel good about the fact that we did do it. Let's balance it out and do 3 more on each side. When you've done those 3, come down onto your knees and release into a nice relaxed position. If any other position is more comfortable for you, then go for it. Okay, we have one last little bit of effort. For this one, we're going to just run through it together because it can be one that's kind of hard to keep up. If you feel like you've got the hang of it and you want to go a little faster or even a little slower, then feel free to do that. Otherwise, I will talk you guys through it. So let's come into our high plank. It's kind of like a yogi version of a... No, I'm not going to use that word because that's not a good word. Okay, let's jump forward. And then take your right foot over towards the left. So your hips are staying up and off the mat. Bring it back and then jump up into the air. Lower down, jump back, high plank, chaturanga, upward dog, downward dog. Ripple forward, high plank. Jump your feet forward. Take your left foot over to the right. Bring it back through center. Jump up in the air. Lower down. You can jump straight back to chaturanga or high plank into chaturanga, upward dog. Downward dog, ripple forward, high plank, jump forward, right foot comes over, left hand lifts, come back to center, jump up in the air, lower down, jump back chaturanga, upward dog, downward dog, ripple forward, high plank, jump your feet forward, left foot over to the right, center, jump up, lower down, chaturanga, upward dog, downward dog. One more on each side. Ripple forward, high plank, jump forward. Right foot over, back to center. Jump up, lower down, jump back. Upward dog, downward dog. Last one. Ripple forward, high plank, jump forward. Left foot over, jump up into the air, come down, jump back, chaturanga. Upward dog, downward dog. Lower down onto your knees, flip around, come down onto your back. Knees in towards your chest. Deep breath in through the nose. Open your mouth, clear it out. Extend your left leg long. Take your right knee over towards the left into a twist. Right arm extends. Turn towards the right. Full breath in. Exhale, release out. Come to the other side. Twisting ourselves out. Turn towards the left. Everything begins to calm down now. Full breath in. Exhale, release out. Find your Shavasana. Tuck your chin to your chest, palms facing up, feet flopping out to the side. Make any moving adjustments that you need to as you find stillness, complete stillness on 0. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And relax. Presence is the key to your yoga practice. Presence is the key to life, to really living life, not just living through life situations. To come into full awareness now as you feel the sensation of your toes wiggling, your thumbs touching every finger. And then on your next inhale, have the biggest stretch. Reach your arms above your head. Stretch through your entire body. Take in a little bit more air at the top. Arch your back. And then let it all go. Bend your knees. Roll to your favorite side. Keep your eyes closed as you bring yourself up to a seat. Putting your palms together at your heart center. Let's take a moment here to really recognize the work that we've all collectively together put in this morning. We've moved our body in a really strong way. And we should be proud of that. We should appreciate that our bodies can do that, but appreciate that our minds brought us here, made the decision to come onto our mat this morning and work. So thank you for sharing that with me. Sending you guys love and gratitude. Namaste.